I'm back and I'm on the roll, so we might as well just get going. I've got so many more books to read and to comment to and give my own 2 cents. Yes, to the best of my knowledge. So I need to get through the Bible here, through the Old Testament, then the New Testament, then the completed Testament. And I'm even thinking on doing Father's Prayer Book as well. Or maybe my dearest brother in faith, Eldridge, might want to do that. Yes. But I think it needs to get right out there. I'm telling you, it works. Spirit works when things are out there, somewhere manifested, building a foundation. Things work. Yes. So just quick, I saw. I've been hearing, and weirdly, why? Been hearing that uh, you know posts that are out there, seen some stuff on YouTube, heard some things on the news, and asking me and the people of the United States, do you want Sharia law to be a part of the United States? And I'm going, what the heck? What is that even? What is this? Become Sharia law? Become a part of the United States? In what way exactly? All right. I have to accept Sharia law? What's that even mean? Anyway, I guess it has something to do with some of the politicians we have. And they're not Christians, just like Obama wasn't a Christian, right? Yeah, well, I know what they celebrated in the White House, so at the time when Obama was president. So obviously he's not a Christian, and so I'm going, well, why would Sharia law even? Why would that even be a question? How would it be? How could it even be possible for Sharia law to get any kind of hold in our country, a Christian nation? How is this possible? How would that be possible? I'm just asking. I mean, that's duh. Uh, I'm not getting it. Anyway, so I found a post, and it was really great. It was I'm assuming someone that was born in a Middle Eastern country with Islam being his maybe first religion. It didn't say. He didn't say. But he looked Middle Eastern and seemed to know a lot about Islam and Muhammad and all that jazz and Sharia law. And he explained on why on to people what Sharia law actually is and what it entails. And like, yeah, that ain't never gonna happen. It'll destroy the United States. I'm going, and again, and I went, how would that even become a reality here? It's not possible, right? Surely that wouldn't be possible. So again, so it's interesting on what we're reading here in Lamentations on how God's so angry. He's misplacing the princes and killing the kings and other, talking about the prophets and the priests, right? Who are the kind of the higher ups, yes, who brought destruction upon their own people. God had nothing to do with that. And the thing is again, I'm going, okay, and most likely the commoners would go, why the heck are you guys even involved in all this stuff that you shouldn't be involved in, that is coming into our country at the time, Israel, right? And I'm going, here I am. Yep, I feel like if when it comes to that, we're in the same boat. First of all, how's that even possible? Do I need to pay attention to that? If I don't pay attention to that, and suddenly, because of the higher ups going, oh yeah, we should make room for all the Muslims to come in here and execute their own Sharia law among all the people, not just their own, but among all the people. And I'm going, what? But do I need to pay attention to that so that it doesn't come to that? Yes. So is it our higher ups here in this country as well who you have to question now? And surely President Trump wouldn't be just dumb He's not a dumb guy. He's really smart and capable and right? Surely not. So this is coming again from the Democrats somehow. Right? Who is this who is suddenly saying, oh, we should have Sharia law in our country? Allow it. Who is it? Yeah. Well, anyway, I find this very interesting. Of course, I went in and I immediately said, well, how could this even be a question? How could this happen in a Christian nation? This is not possible. The other thing that guy brought up is the fact that the people who are supposedly hollering for Sharia law in our country and all other Western countries, okay, all around the world, in Europe, as far as I know, they have somewhat of a problem now with that. Okay? He says it's interesting if you tell them, say, well, if you want Sharia law, why don't you go to one of the 54 Middle Eastern countries where they have Sharia law? Oh, no, they don't want to go there. Well, then why do you want to stay here in the United States and bring this crap here? It's a very interesting post. It's on my Facebook page under Daniela Rickenbacher if you want to go and see it. Very interesting, very informative, and right on target. Yes. Anyway, thought I'd mention that here. And it kind of goes with what we're reading here, where I have to say, wow, yeah, why allow people to want to come and change a good thing into a destructive thing? Right? Yes? And how could that even happen? Unless the higher-ups we trust have gone bananas. All right, so let's get going. In the book of Lamentations, the third lamentation. Aleph. I am the man familiar with misery under the rod of his fury. He has led and guided me into darkness, not light. That is downright blasphemy, in my opinion. He has led and guided me into darkness, not light. Against none but me does he turn his hand again and again all day. You know what that sounds like? Somebody was depressed. When people become depressed, everything's bad. Everyone's against them. They literally cannot see past their own nose on who's been there for them, who's helped them out, put them back on their feet, again and again and again and again and again. As soon as that depression hits, they lose their mind. Gone. Right? And weird stuff comes out of their mouth, where you just listen and you're going, huh? Are you serious? So maybe they need to write down. Right? I don't know. I've never been depressed. I've felt sorrow, you know, but not. I've never had depression. I don't know what that is. And I think though, what people maybe should do who have depression when they're in a good state, they need to write down everything that everyone has done for them. Help them out, this and that. The good things they have done for others as well. And the blessings that they have in their lives. Especially maybe when it comes to a spouse or family or children or grandchildren, right? Yes? Or their animals. Right? Yeah? So that when they suddenly fall back into this weird thing people call depression, they can pull that out. Have it written somewhere on the wall so that you're not even too lazy or too depressed to even go and open the book and look at it and read it and snap yourself out of it. Yes? Just saying. Huh? Anyway, this sounds like a depressed person right here. Yes? Anyway, saying, he has led and guided me into darkness, not light. I thought, golly, I'm so sorry, Heavenly Parent. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Gosh, these accusations and so sorry. That is sorrowful. People want to get depressed over this and how God is being depicted out there. It's probably still was. Anyway. He has wasted my flesh and skin away, has broken my bones. Yeah? In what way? He has besieged me and made hardship a circlet round my head. He has forced me to dwell where all is dark, like those long dead in their everlasting home. Gimel. He has walled me in so that I cannot escape. He has weighed me down with chains. Even when I shout for help, he shuts out my prayer. He has closed my way with blocks of stone. He has obstructed my paths. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's what depression sounds like. And that has nothing to do with God either. Oh dear Lord. For me, he is a Dalet. For me, he is a lurking bear, a lion in hiding, heading me off. He has torn me apart, leaving me shattered. He has bent his bow and used me as a target for his arrows. Hey, he has shot down deep into me with shafts from his quiver. I have become a yoke to all my own people. Their refrain all day long. He has given me my fill of bitterness. He has made me drunk with wormwood. What are you? Who are you? Are you flying around me? Huh? 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 Wow. He has broken my teeth with gavel. He has fed me on ashes. I have been deprived of peace. I have forgotten what happiness is, and thought my lasting hope is in Yahweh is lost. Zayin, bring to mind my misery and anguish. It is wormwood and gall. My heart dwells on this continually and sinks within me. This is what I shall keep in mind, and so regain some hope. Het. Surely Yahweh's mercies are not over, his deeds of faithful love not exhausted. Every morning they are renewed. Great is his faithfulness. Yahweh is all I have, I say to myself, and so I shall put my hope in him. And then when it doesn't happen, it starts all over again. All right, you know what? So let's just read Tet. Yahweh is good to those who trust him, to all who search for him. Well, what did he just say over here? Oh my gosh, that flip-floppy stuff going on again. It is good to wait in silence for Yahweh to save. It is good for someone to bear the yoke from a young age. Yod. To sit in solitude and silence when it weighs heavy. To lay one's head in the dust, maybe there is hope. To offer one's cheek to the striker, to have one's fill of disgrace. Oh! This is where that's coming from? To offer one's cheek to the striker. Is that something Jesus said too? Ooh, that's interesting. I think we found a few things now that in the Old Testament that actually are supposed to be Jesus' teachings, right? Yes? Uh-huh. And I'm just saying, interesting. Calf. This was all before Christ. Calf. We read that in the beginning of Lamentations, 500 and some years before Christ. For the Lord will not reject anyone forever. For if he brings grief, he will have pity out of the fullness of his faithful love. For it is not for his own pleasure that he torments and grieves the human race. Lamed. When all the prisoners in a country are crushed underfoot, when human rights are overridden in defiance. Aha! When human rights are overridden. Who does that? God? There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. In defiance of the Most High, when someone is cheated of justice, does not the Lord see it? What was he going to do about it? Mem, who has only to speak, and it is so done? Who commands, if not the Lord? From where, if not from the mouth of the Most High, do evil and good come? And right back. They wrote all this down. Somebody wrote all this down. And doesn't even realize the inconsistencies, the sudden truth. I'm going to mark this one part here. Because there's truth. There was truth in that. And then right back to what? Do evil and good come? Why then should anyone complain? Better to be bold against one's sins. None. Let us examine our path. Let us ponder it and return to Yahweh. Let us raise our hearts and hands to God in heaven. Why we are the ones who have sinned, who have rebelled, and you have not forgiven. You know, again, then when things go really bad, then suddenly one remembers God, right? Yeah, yeah, okay, we know how that works. But the thing is that in what way do people return to God? Is it really sincere and truthful and honest? Is their heart really engaged? Or is it just another way? Try another way. Let's try another way. Right? Maybe if we pray to God in this, maybe something good will happen. Right? Yeah. In what way do people return to God or seek God? Huh? Samek, you have enveloped us in anger, pursuing us, slaughtering without pity. You have wrapped yourself in a cloud too thick for prayer to pierce. You have reduced us to rubbish and refuse among the nation. Refuse among the nation. Pay. Our enemies open their mouths in chorus against us. Terror and pitfall have been our lot, ravage and ruin. I don't even know why did they put all these lamentations in it. 1, 2, 3. They all sound the same. My eyes dissolve in torrent of tears at the ruin of my beloved people. Ain, my eyes will weep carelessly without relief until Yahweh looks down and sees from heaven. Isn't that interesting? They all sound the same. My eyes have grown sore over all the daughters of my city. Sadeh, unprovoked, my enemies hunted me. Unprovoked. Oh, so they didn't do anything. Remember I asked in the last one, what did they do? That they were so unlike. Unprovoked, my enemies hunted me down like a bird. They shut me finally in a pit. They closed me in with a stone. The waters rose over my head. I thought I am lost. Yahweh, I called on your name from the deep pit. You have heard my voice. Do not close your ear to my prayer, to my cry. You are near. When I called to you, you said, do not be afraid. So it sounds like with the pit or whatever, it sounds like the well that he was kept in. So he prays. Unprovoked, my enemies hunted me down like a bird. Okay, so his enemies were whom, though? If this is about Jeremiah again, which we also read, it's still with Jeremiah, these lamentations. Who did it? His own people. His own people. So unprovoked. So that was probably unprovoked. Well, it couldn't just be unprovoked, right? He did say things that, they didn't want to hear. So he did provoke them. Just he didn't think he did. All right. Anyway. Quoth, Yahweh, I called on your name from the deep pit. You heard my voice. Do not close your ear to my prayer, to my cry. You are near when I called to you. You said, do not be afraid. Resh. Lord, you defended my cause. You have redeemed my life. Yahweh, you have seen the wrong done to me. Grant me redress. You have seen their vindictiveness, all their plots against me. Shen. You have heard their insults, Yahweh, all their plots against me, the whispering and murmuring of my enemies against me all day long. Look, whether they sit or stand, I am their refrain. Ta. Yahweh, repay them as their deeds deserve. Lay hardness of heart as your curse on them. Angrily pursue them, root them out from under your heavens. Okay, so we're reading the same stuff again, except now it's kind of in a prosa form, or whatever people want to call it, in a prayer form, and it's terrible. And it's the same. We already read all this, not much to say to it, so we're going to finish up on that one, and then I'm going to take a break. Yes. Today. Maybe I'll read more today. Finish this book up today. It's just more Jeremiah stuff. Okay? So, anyway, that's it. That's all I have to share today. Yes. I'm making this blanket for my son. See that? Yes. Uh-huh. I have some ideas for it. I know it just looks like a regular, just crocheted blanket. But of course, I'm gonna make it special in some way. Yeah, I'm gonna make it his in a very special way, and one of a kind, of course, knitted by his mommy. Yes, that's parental love. Yes, yes. All right, that's it. That's all I have to share today. May Heavenly Parent bless, protection, guide you, embrace you with love, and I will talk to you another time.